Good afternoon, happy Tuesday, and welcome to Coffee and a Card. I'm excited to be with you here today. I have got a bunch of happy mail to show you. It's been quite the week. My postal carrier has been busy. And then we're going to make a project using the framed florets set. So, gonna look at some flowers, even though everything is pretty much dead here. I'm looking out the window here and we've got some snow, and we are in for a whole bunch more snow later this week. So that is what is happening around here. So let's make sure that we're live. We'll get everything set up and ready to go, and we'll start crafting together. So hi Jean and Lori and Jean. Welcome you guys as you're coming in here today. Jean says she's from frigid North Dakota. Man, I hear ya. It is a cold one here. So, all right. I think our Christmas is going to be in the single digits. So, let's do some happy mail. Because that'll brighten up all of our days today. So happy mail is what I call it when y'all send me a card, because it makes me happy to see what you're creating. So thank you for taking the time to think of me and send a card, and I'm going to show it off here today. So I opened them live here. I haven't seen them before, so we just kind of experience the journey together. It's super fun when I can get them out of the envelopes. All right, this first one comes from Sue Beggar in Montana. Ooh, and it's a little calendar for next year. It says Faith Over Fear. That's perfect. And she used some designer series paper here. So I have a little, it's always hard to hold these up on Facebook Live, but there's like a little easel stand back there, so I can stick that on my desk. That's awesome. So thank you for that. Okay, Brenda Taylor from Minnesota, and says happy birthday with some fun flowers, and then she's got some coordinating designer series paper there on the inside. So that's a fun layout. I like that. Jackie Clark from Michigan. Oh. She's from Rochester Hills. That's the town where I went to 2 years of high school. Sorry, random side note. I've lived a lot of places, so it's fun to see where these cards come from, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I used to live right by that town. So here we go. We've got Christmas. Merry Christmas. A cute little tree there on the front. So very fun. Welcome to all of you guys who are coming in here today. It's fun to see you. This one's from Teresa Courtney here in Iowa with a Christmas card. Merry Christmas. Using those sweet candy canes dies there in the background. Okay, next comes from Jennifer Hunstad in Minnesota. Oh, here we go. And some non-traditional Christmas colors. So with some of that fresh freesia, Coastal Cabana, probably is the closest I could get to it. It says, wishing you a season of gladness, a season of cheer, and to top it all off, a wonderful year. All right, we've got one from, I am curious, for those of you who are chatting in the comments, are you ready for Christmas? Christmas is like 5 days away. And I'm stalling because I'm having trouble getting this out of the envelope. So, yeah, Christmas is in 5 days. I can't get it out of the envelope. I don't want to wreck the card. Bear with me just a second. Something is stuck. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. Oh, who's this from? This is from Kim Dorsey, and there's stuff falling out all over. Okay, there's confetti in her card. I'm going to try to shake some of that confetti out, so hold on just a second. I don't want that to fly everywhere. My vacuum cleaner won't like it. Okay, so here we go. Got one from Kim Dorsey, and I have confetti all over me. A cute little moose here. It's a little fun fold. We'll open it up and try to keep some of that confetti inside. So that is cute. Now it looks like this is one of those where you can, see if I can stand this up. So it can stand up and sit as a display on your surface. So very cute. All right, put that. Oh goodness, I have glitter everywhere. Okay. If anybody's wondering, I crafted with glitter today. I mean, I opened cards with glitter today. This one comes from, I don't know, somebody in Tennessee. Let's see, who is this from? Vicky Simpson, there we go. So here's one from Vicky. That really cute, easy layout. Says Christmas from our home to yours. Very cute. And she also included a photo of her family and her Christmas letter. So that's always fun. I will definitely be reading your updates, you guys, after this video. So fun. Okay, Nancy Smith Gallant, one of my team members. She loves to send cards. She's so good at it. Nancy sends cards like every week to different people. And it's so fun to see what she's been up to. So look at, oh my gosh, that's so adorable. Ah, so cute. Christmas blessings from Nancy and Richard. That's so cute. I love it with the shimmery snowflake paper in the background. Ooh, adorable. Patricia Settle from Indiana. And another candy cane with those sparkly candy cane dies. So cute. Love it. If I can open it. Here we go. So under her note says, wishing you lots of love, joy, and happiness this Christmas season and always. So, very cute. Cute, cute, cute. I know I use cute a lot. I should try to expand my vocabulary as I'm looking at your cards. This next one comes from Amanda Bach in Illinois. Ooh, another town that I know. I used to live right near where she lives. Chillicothe. And we've got snail mail. Look at that. Let your heart be light with a cute little snail. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. From her porch to mine. Okay, my pile here is growing. We're getting there. Like I said, lots of happy mail today. It's so fun. Kathy Turner from Oregon. Oh, it's the penguins. Be cool, be chilled, be merry. Love the penguins. We've got her Christmas note here, so I'll have to read that later. Oh, Slow, they're so cute. He's sledding down the hill. I have no interest in that. Oh, you guys, I think I've turned old. I just prefer to stay inside and stay warm, right? Kelly Jones from Ohio. And a candy cane card. Oh, it's Velcro. It's Velcro. There we go. And it says, may your Christmas be filled with sweet surprises. That's a cute way to hold it closed to there. So many different options. Okay, this one is from Denise Coulter in Iowa. And this is a large card. This would be like a 5x7. So it says sending warm Christmas wishes. And so it's a single-sided or a single sheet. There we go. Single sheet card. So then on the back she's got Merry Christmas from our family to yours. Okay, next one comes from Karen Tackett. She's a member of my team also. And I got to meet her for the first time. She's from Indiana and she came to convention with me. So it was so fun. Sometimes I love it when you guys join my team from all over the country and then I get to travel to where you are and meet you. It's great. So here's her card, Season's Greetings. And it says, Merry Christmas to you. Super fun. That is embossed. And then she's got the white the white ink there on the trees. Okay, couple more. This one is from Gwen Adelman in Minnesota. And it says, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Merry Christmas. With some deer in the middle. Phew, cute. This was some paper we had last year, I think. That was really fun. All right, last one comes from, there's no name on the envelope. Let's see. Let me find a name. Oh, from Keith and Priscilla Kipczynski. Priscilla used to be on my team, and her husband Keith was my brother's 4th grade teacher. We go back a long ways. So we've got the nativity. It says, may the good work of Christ's birth, good news of Christ's birth bring you great joy. And then her whole family has signed it. Very fun. And she also sent a little ornament. How cute is that? I'll have to put that on my tree in her Christmas letter. Very fun. Thank you guys. As I always say every week, I love showing off what you're making. It's so fun. So thank you so much for sending your happy mail. I'm going to continue to show off your fun creative work. So let me set this aside because we have a card to make today. So there's some products out called framed florets and other stuff. And we're going to, well, I've shown it to you before, but I've not made a card on Facebook Live yet using it, and so I want to do that today. So I have a fun fold for you. So I'm going to put this down, hopefully. Okay. Jeopardy music. Okay. So we'll move a couple things out of the way so I can bring the paper into view. We'll start here with paper and dies. So we've got the framed florets stamp set and the framed and festive, which is obviously more Christmassy. But today we're going to be focusing on the framed florets card because I just think it makes for a fun birthday card, and so we're going to use that. But let me first show you the Coordinating Designer Series paper, which is Fitting Florets. Now, I've shown this once before, so you might recognize it. So here's front and back of this one. And then, see if I can get these together. Here we go. There's that one. And then this is the one we're going to use here today, is this Dark Night of Navy. I really like it when we have flower paper that has dark backgrounds. I don't know why, but I just really like the way that it looks. So there's the one. Also, I'll keep one of these out here today. Okay. So then I've got this pattern, front and back. And a couple more. Here we go. Oh, those look nice together. I like those. Nice color combination too. Okay, and last but not least, we've got the flowers and the kind of gingham check pattern. So those are the sheets that come in this paper. So we're gonna put these aside. I'm running out of space. What you can't see right now is that I am surrounded by a few hundred Christmas cards that I'm trying to finish making and send out, and so there's very limited space on my desk right now. It's great fun. Dies. There's also dies. So here is a few of them, and then I'll show you the rest as we use them today. But there's some really cool frames. Like this one has hearts around it, and you'll see a couple of more frames that we're going to use here in today's card. Now, when this set also came out, it initially included the gold adhesive back swirls, which I know have sold out. So what I thought I would do, because I have 2 packs of them here, is the next 2 people who order from me, I will send you these along with your monthly card kit. So we'll just make that a fun little prize. Okay, let's make a card. So this is the card we're going to make. Like I said, it's a fun fold, so let me stand it up here from the top. And it's just a fun little birthday card. So let's move some stuff around. And we'll grab our trimmer here. We'll start with a piece of Night of Navy. We're going to start by cutting it in half so that we have our card base. So 5.5 by 8.5. Okay, so just a regular basic old base. And then we're also going to cut a piece that is 1 3/8 by 8.5. So I need 1 3/8 by 8.5. Okay. Now we'll take both of these and we're going to score them. We're going to score this strip at 2 1/8. And then we will move it over and we will do 4 1/4. So 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Then we'll grab our card base. We will do the same exact score lines. So we'll do 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. You know what? We'll just go ahead and do some other cutting as long as I've got my trimmer here. So we'll take a piece of, oh dear, did I forget to grab more white paper? This is the Designer Series paper that we're using. And I'm stalling because I'm looking to see if I have any white paper. I'm going to grab some, which is, whew, it's a little challenging. Oh, I don't move the fastest with this lovely boot on my foot. But, so we have DSP and we have our basic white. So our basic white, we're going to cut at 2 inches. Can I do it this way? 2 inches. And 5 3/8. Actually, I'm going to turn it around here. 5 3/8. So 2 by 5 3/8. So if we can get that out of there. It's all staticky. I'm gonna need to grab my scissors. Get that white piece out of there. Love the winter time when everything is dry and staticky, right? So our basic white is 2 by 5 3/8. And then last but not least, we need 2 pieces of Designer Series paper. And it's also going to be 2 inches. So we'll do 2 inches here. And then we're going to cut at 4 inches. So we need 2 pieces that are 2 by 4. So there's one. And here's our second one. Okay. All right, I think that's enough cutting for now. So we will work on some of these pieces. So what we're going to do is we are going to add some of these pieces to our card base. But first, I'm going to fold this in half. And then we're going to fold that front flat back on itself. Just like so, so that we have our Z fold. Okay? We will get to this flap in a minute. So first, we will take our 2 pieces of Designer Series paper, and we're going to tape both of those on the card. So we'll add some tape here. So we'll put the first one on the front flap. We're working with 1/8 inch measurements here, so you're going pretty high up on your card. And then we're also doing it on the inside flap. So right there. Okay, so when our card is closed, those are the two that we see. Now I'm going to move this aside for a minute, and I am going to grab my stamps. We're going to need 2 of them. So I'm going to do wishes for a beautiful birthday. And this one that says, for a special person on a special day. So I'll block both of these. Oop, that block's not gonna work. Let me grab another D block. All right, so we got both of those, and I've got my Night of Navy ink. I actually only need one of these stamps right now, but we'll use the other one in a little bit. So we're gonna do the inside panel. So we're gonna stamp that up here. This is one of those perfect cards that doesn't leave you a whole lot of room to write. So when you want to send a card but you don't know what to say, or you just don't have time to say something, this is a great option for you because there's not a lot of space to fill. Okay, we're going to take our piece and we're going to put it on the inside of the card. So we'll just open that up and we'll stick it right here. And there we go. So we've got that, and it's nice and hidden on the inside of our card. So then we can add our front strip. So with our strip, we have 3 sections. There's the longer section here that is 4 1/4, and then we have our 2 short ones, okay, because of our score lines. So we want the top one, I'm sorry, not top, front. We want this first panel to be the long 4 1/4 inch part of this strip, okay? So that's what I'm going to be attaching here. So all I'm going to do is apply tape to this front panel right here. And I'm just going to tape that down so it's even at the bottom and even on this edge. Just like so. Okay? So this whole thing, because it's 4 1/4, goes all the way across the front of my card. So now when I open it, it's going to lay over here on the edge of my card. But first what I'll do is I will make sure that my score lines go the way that I want them to. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to fold it down under, and then you're going to fold the back one towards itself. So you end up with this little Z, I don't know what letter that is, mountain, I don't know, like this. So the first score line goes up, the second one is down. And then what we can do is we can put tape right here, and we can tape down that last little panel. So there's nothing taped on the white. Again, even on the edge and even on the bottom, just like so. And because of the way we folded it, it matches the fold of the card so that it can close. Now I'm going to go ahead and smooth this down just a wee bit so that we have a better fold for our card. So you see that? Okay. All right, I'm going to set that aside because we're going to do some die cutting and some coloring. So we're going to need some soft succulent paper. And I'm going to take this die. Now I've decided to use my mini machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this die here and I'm just going to trim it so that it'll fit through my mini machine. Now what's really exciting, you guys, is that coming in January you can get a new color of the mini machine. It's called Boho Blue. Mine has not arrived yet, or I would love to show it to you. but it's a boho blue mini machine, just like this. I'm so excited. So boho blue is an upcoming in color that's coming out next year, and I love that we can have the machine in that color. So it's available when you join my team. It's one of the options that you can get with your starter kit. So it's very cool. Okay, so 2 dies that we're going to use here today. We are going to use this decorative die, and then this die that has like hash marks all the way around it. Okay, we'll start with this one. Now I don't actually need this entire design. I just need the inside oval. So I'm just going to stick it on here and ensure that my inside oval is fully covered with paper, like that. So all of that oval is covered. Because what this die does, where'd my plate go? Oh, it's underneath here. What this die does is it actually gives you 2 die cuts. It gives you the decorative one, and then it gives you the inside oval. So I'm gonna put this through here. Now, normally you wouldn't be able to cut this decorative die in the mini machine. It's actually too wide. As you can see, the edge sticks out over here. But since I only need the middle oval, it works perfect. So you can see here part of the decorative die, but what I really just needed was this inside oval. So we'll just wipe all of that off for a second, and we'll stick that back on here. And now we'll take our soft succulent with the other oval, and we'll cut this one out. There we go. Now this one is small enough that it actually fits through the machine to do a full cut. So once again, we've got 2 pieces. We've got our inside oval, which we'll just save for a different card. And then I have my frame that it creates. So let me take all of this, and I just gonna put my plates inside the machine. Ooh, squeaky, squeaky. Okay. So I've got a mess. We'll put that die aside. Here's our other die. There's our soft succulent oval. Here's our basic white oval. And we'll just clear this off of the desk. There we go. So we want these 2. Now, let me tell you why I did this. When we create this design, I need this frame to be able to adhere to the oval. Okay, if I was trying to use the basic white oval that goes with this frame, it wouldn't work because these 2 would be separate. And in this design, that's not going to work real well because of how I need to adhere it. So that's why I used the larger decorative die to create a larger oval. They're still the right size, so now I can tape the soft succulent onto the basic white. And you'll see here that it fits nicely right behind it. Okay, just a little bit of soft succulent peeking out there. Okay, but before we do that, we want to stamp. So I'm gonna take wishes for a wishes for a beautiful birthday. And we're gonna stamp that here. Oh, not quite inked up. There we go. Stamp that kind of towards the top of the oval, because we'll be adding some stuff down below. Okay, oh, actually, while I have that open, let me grab my other stamp. We're gonna have one more stamping to do with this flower. So we'll take this, and we'll just take a scrap of basic white. I'll just use the back of this block. I can have stamps on both sides of the block. put that there. Just be mindful if you use both sides of your block like I'm doing, make sure you set it up like this so you don't end up with ink on your workspace. Okay, so we've got our flower. So I am going to do 2 more die cuts. One is I'm going to cut this flower out, and the other, I'm actually going to rip this so I can do both die cuts at the same time. And we're going to do this green one, or it's not a green die, it's a regular die, but we're going to cut it in soft succulent. So I'm just going to take this here, and once again, I'm just going to do a quick trim, because that way we can die cut both of these at the same time. There we go. Bring back our mini machine. Start with the green one because it doesn't matter if it kind of moves a little bit. So I'm just going to stick that on there. And then I'm going to put my flower here. And then I can line up my die like so. There we go. Pull this out. So I can set that down, making sure that my flower die doesn't move. So I'm just going to hold my thumb there for a second while that's feeding into the machine. We're going to have to, I need my other hand to stabilize. So we're just going to carefully watch that flower die, make sure it doesn't move. You could also use washi tape or a Post-it note to hold it down. I'm just living life on the edge here. Risky die cutting. Okay, so we'll just pop all of that off of here and stick our plates back in the machine. Okay, so now I've got my flowers and I've got my greenery piece. Pop out those middles. There we go. And do a quick swipe up here of all this other stuff. There we go. Okay, so with our flowers, I have grabbed the soft succulent and the balmy blue dies. Wowzers, where's my words? These are not dies. These are blends. So, balmy blue and soft succulent Stampin' Blends. And we're going to add some dark soft succulent just in some different places so that when I color over with the light, it will add some highlighting. I think that's all of them. So now we'll go back through with the light color. Now I could have colored this before I die cut. The reason I waited was just to give that Night of Navy just an extra, minute to dry. Our ink does dry very quickly, but because the blends are a wetter coloring tool, it can sometimes pick up your ink if it's not fully dry. So this way I just kind of gave it an extra second to dry while I was die cutting it, so that I'm not smearing that Night of Navy either with my fingers or with the blends. So we just quickly add some color here. I'm such a huge fan of the blends because they make quick coloring so easy, because they don't leave lines like markers do. Markers are great and have their own purpose, but for this, I really like the use of the blends. Okay, so now I'll take my dark balmy blue And once again, we'll add some accent points. The artists have already put in lines into a lot of these stamps where you can just naturally add your darker color. You don't have to guess. It's quite lovely. All right, there's one flower. I like it when the guesswork is taken out of crafting, you know? Okay. There we go. And last but not least, we'll just take the light balmy blue and I will go over the flowers in their entirety. I can color right over the dark and it'll kind of bring in some of that dark to blend it. So I was asking earlier if you guys were ready for Christmas, and I would say I am. Right now I'm trying to convince my dad to come see me. He just got over COVID, and right now he would be alone for Christmas, so I'm trying to convince him to come to my house. Don't you guys think he should come here, right? Everybody tell Alan to come to Holly's house. Nobody should be alone on Christmas Day, right? All right, almost done. And we're gonna also be adding some Wink of Stella to this because I also want to add some sparkle. So we'll do that in a little bit. But there we go. We've got our flowers and leaves. Okay. So we're gonna bring this back here. Okay, we've got our card front. We're gonna take our oval, and you know, we're gonna be putting our oval here on the front. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna put some glue dots on this soft succulent frame so that we can attach it. I really just need 4. Kind of top, bottom, and then 1 on each side. It doesn't take a lot. You could also sponge some glue if you prefer. All right, last but not least, we'll do that one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just lay my frame, my oval, right over the frame. And I want to make sure that those glue dots are totally hidden. So I'm going to use my nails to kind of tuck them in a couple places. So I don't want that glue dot showing on this side. Okay? The rest of it, it won't matter. But not on this side. So there we go. So we just tuck that glue dot in back there. Okay? So pretty. Now the reason, like I said, over here, I didn't want that glue dot sticking out because we're about to adhere it right here, which means this part of the oval is exposed inside of your card. If I have glue dots sticking out right here, it's gonna adhere my card closed, and that's not real fun for the recipient. So we don't want that. So I'm gonna set this here, and what I like to do is I like to pick it up where I do not want adhesive. Okay, I don't want adhesive where my fingers are. So then I can just go around my fingers, put some adhesive, stick that back down, and just double check back here. There's nothing, no exposed tape back there, okay? We're always looking for exposed adhesive because I want the card to arrive in good shape for my receiver. All right, so now what we'll do is we're going to put our flowers on here. And I think what I'll do is I'm just going to use a couple of dimensionals down here towards the bottom. Oops. Oh, you know what? I better put the other one on first because I need to tuck this down underneath. So let me add a couple of glue dots here. But I just realized I'm going to be putting my flowers a little bit over this greenery piece, so it needs to go down first. So we'll make sure we don't rip it as we're putting glue dots on. Like I said, sponging with glue would also work. This was just quick and easy. And I think I'll just put one more on here. So what I do is I put my glue dots in the spots where I want them, and then I fold them over. So I'm just going to fold it over so that none of that glue dot is exposed in the front. And now I can set it on my card. And we'll add our flower frame. We'll move it over here a little bit. There we go. And you know what? I need one more dimensional. We're just going to put a dimensional right behind the flowers right here. Help hold it down. There we go. And last but not least, I want to add something that disappeared. I wanted to add some iridescent pearls, but, oh, there they are. I had them sitting here. I am kind of obsessed with the iridescent pearls right now. I love these so much. And there's a flat adhesive pearl that's coming in the new catalog. You might have seen it. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I just love the iridescent look of stuff. So I'm going to put that here on the frame. And let's see, I think I'll stick one in the middle of this flower. And we'll take another one. We'll stick it in that flower. So, I don't know. Might have to do another one. We'll do a small one. We'll stick small ones down here in these flowers. And I guess I got to do two because they say it's all about the odd numbers, right? So we'll just stick those in the middle of the flowers. And so here we've got wishes for a beautiful birthday for a special person on a special day. On this one, it is the, I don't remember what they're called. I think like fine sparkle gems, I think is what those are called. They come in different colors. They're in the fall mini catalog. I'm not sure if they've sold out yet, but that's what those are from. I just don't have any more of them. So that's why I switched over to the iridescent pearls. So just a fun little card for you today using that framed florets stamp set. You're going to find that stamp set in the spring mini, so you can buy it now, but you can also get it starting in January in the mini catalog. So hopefully you enjoyed this fun fold. It's really simple to make, super fun, and you can obviously mix it up with your own front pieces for it. So, and make your own little fun little Z fold. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for Coffee and a Card today. And don't forget to encourage one another and build each other up. I'll see you soon.